Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through on this Tuesday night, beginning of June. Winter is officially upon us, but it'll be a warm night tonight, I promise. We've got the toasty heaters on here, as you can feel already. But also this evening is a special evening. We only do it once a month. We call it our Tell-All Tuesday. It's an opportunity for us to get off the stage, me and Rob, and have some other people up on stage for a change as they talk about their stories with us here at DuePoint. If you're a guest this evening, you're wondering what stories they're going to tell you. Well, they'll be good stories. They'll be the kind of stories we wish we heard more of in South Africa these days. And they're the kind of stories that are leading towards a different kind of freedom, a kind of freedom that we're being able to build for our wealth engineers, for our customers around South Africa today when other companies are just not managing to do it. So you'll see what I was talking about, the phones ringing. Do you see that? We have a special device in the concrete floor here that makes phones ring. So again, I'm going to ask you, if you've just come in and joining us, all your phones on silent, please. The rest of the country is listening to you. They are watching and listening to you right now. So this evening, if you're a guest, let me quickly run you through who we are very briefly, and then we're going to get down to the stories of what we're doing at DuePoint. DuePoint is the foremost wealth creation company in South Africa today. We are not one of those things that you have seen before. They are definitely not the thing you thought you were coming to see this evening. We are, in fact, a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're a listed and licensed public entity. We have licenses for life and short-term insurance business, and we were first founded in 1952. So this is our 68th year of operation. So if you went, these things come and go, well, 7 decades later, we haven't gone. And if you thought we were from overseas, we are homegrown South African. Everybody you'll find here is very much South African, and we were grown and built over the back of South Africans for the last 68 years. So we want you to have comfort and confidence in who you're dealing with this evening. We have one objective here at DuePoint, and that objective is to create wealth for South Africans. Wealth is not cash. It is not derived from selling things. Many of you have been involved in selling things in the past. This I know. I speak to you every single day of the year, and I know that people go from selling things to selling things to selling things, and yet, as you know, none of your circumstances have changed. You've been involved in all those things that have blown in from China and Russia and America, and they didn't change any of your circumstances because fundamentally they involved selling. And when you have to sell something, you get a little bit of cash in the transaction and then it's gone. Well, here at DuePoint, we don't sell, we create wealth. Wealth is something that we can do as a major financial services company in South Africa. It is a recurring income for you that we're talking about. It is a circumstance-changing exercise and objective that we have at DuePoint. We don't want South Africans selling things anymore. We want South Africans changing their circumstances. Why? Because our circumstances are pretty bad at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been reading the newspapers and following the news over the last 5 years, you know how bad things are. I don't have to get into it with you. We need an option. We need an alternative, and we need it to be real. It can't be another one of these things from overseas. It needs to be a homegrown solution that every one of us can get involved in. And so about half a decade ago now, we sat down and we started building that solution. And we came up with what we call the DuePoint System. It is a system of wealth, and it is created off of the back of you using our technology to connect South Africans to us. So we have these presentations, and I was talking to one of our more senior wealth engineers at the back there earlier, and he said to me, you know, we do these presentations and it just confuses people. So I thought to myself, I better break this down to real simple. What I need you to do is take my technology that's on your phone and use it to connect other people to us. That's it. That's it. I need to stop talking now. That's it. That's all I need you to do. There is no confusion. There is no complexity. The system is, you take our technology and you connect people to us. We do everything else after that point. All the things you've had to do before, selling, stock, presentations, application forms, all of that nonsense, all gone. Okay? All we want you to do is connect South Africans to us. But doing that, you create distribution for us, a platform into which we can come and create wealth. Revenue for us and wealth for you on a recurring basis. We want it to be there every month. We don't want you running after your friends every month to sell them more packets of groceries and more pots and pans. No. Ours are financial services. They run on debit order systems, which raise every month, which means that no matter what your friends are doing, or no matter what you're doing in any given month, your income comes in. I was talking to another one of my wealth engineers a little bit earlier, and she's been talking about the leverage of just a handful of connections. A handful of connections is making thousands of rands a month for her just by using our technology. This is the solution that will solve South Africa's economic crisis that we're in. No political change, no regulatory or policy change is going to do it for us. That's already been proven. We know that. We, as individuals on the ground in South Africa, have to create the change for ourselves. We then have built this system then around your circumstances. This is the other thing. People say, oh, well, this is all lovely, but I don't have time, or I don't know people, or I don't like the products, or I don't. Well, folks, all of that doesn't exist in our system. First of all, we know you don't have time, so we built the system around that. Our system is available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and requires you to do what? Tap your phone 3 times. Remember, your one task, you just have to connect people to us. How do you connect them? You pull your phone out, you open our app, you click events, and you click watch. That's it. Those are your 3. If you can do those 3 things in that amount of time, well, then you can create a platform of distribution for us from which we create wealth for you. It is a simple system designed for South Africans in their current circumstances. So there is no excuse for not doing it. There is only the saying goodbye of the only working alternative and option we have as South Africans today. Folks, in addition, we're not going to charge you anything for this. You're going to hear some wonderful stories tonight, and in them you'll hear of people having lost money. Every one of us knows of somebody who's lost money. I've been involved in those things before. I lost a fortune there. Yes, fortunately, this is not one of those things, so get us out of that neighborhood garden and put us into a brand new one. We're not one of those. And we knew about those because we're South African that built the DuePoint system. We knew about them. So we built a system that doesn't cost you any money. In order to use our system, you simply become a financial services product owner of ours. The cost of that is less than 250 Rand a month. After that, everything at DuePoint is free. Everything. So tonight, there's no credit card machine waiting for you. There's no bags that are going to be sent up and down the rows. Once a week, someone's fleecing you like that. You know that. Okay. There's none of that's going to happen tonight. All right. No money will leave your hands. Gentlemen, husbands, you don't need to talk to your wives. You don't need to go home and talk to them. See, the ladies I don't have to say that to because they can make a decision on their own feet. The men are like, oh, I need to talk to my wife. This is not a financial decision this evening. This evening, it's about picking up a tool that has been designed to create wealth. Your wife will be happy when you come home with it. Okay? This is one of those moments you've been looking for. Here it is right now. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, of not spending any money becoming a wealth engineer, you will also not require any specific educational qualification or experience. Why? Because you're not selling. You're not advisors, you're not brokers, you're not intermediaries, you're not representatives, you are none of these things. We ask you to use our technology to simply connect South Africans to us. And that means that every single South African, for the first time, maybe even in the history of South Africa, has the ability to create for themselves a real financial asset. What is an asset? An asset is something that produces income for you even when you can't work on it. That is exactly what we create here. An asset is something that you can price and sell, which is exactly what you will be doing with your channels or your platforms of distribution here with us. And an asset outlives you. At DuePoint, when you pass away, your channel and the income you were earning from it will automatically be handed to your children, and your children will earn it during their lifetime. They'll be able to build that asset even further and hand it over to your grandchildren one day, and so on and so on. Today, you have to ask yourself, what do we have in South Africa that builds intergenerational wealth? What do we have? I asked this question at 1,000 presentations to hundreds of thousands of people, and I have never, to this day, had someone come to me and say, there's this other thing. You see, there isn't. Everything else that you've done before, you know, was here for 6 to 12 months and disappeared. That cannot create wealth for you between your generations. Yeah, we're 68 years down already. We're already an intergenerational insurance company, which means that we can have already proven that we're able to create wealth for the generations. And you have that ability now. If we're going to change the problem, the economic problem in South Africa, we need to be able to think about it beyond just this generation. And you get to create that. You get to bring that into your family with this tool here this evening. And folks, we've built it on a platform that fits into your lifestyle, a platform that fits into your hours that you have free, one that you can use anywhere, whether you want to do it a few minutes a week or hundreds of hours a week. It is completely up to you. It flexes and it simply says, connect people to us. As you connect people to us, you create this platform. They go out and do the same thing. They connect people and they connect people. That's when people go, oh, this is one of those things. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a Ponzi scheme. No, ladies and gentlemen, it's distribution. It's how we distribute our products anyway. If you go and look at broker models and agencies, and that is exactly the same thing. What we've done is we've brought you in with a special piece of technology that just allows you to leverage others in the creation of wealth for you. And then we, as the insurance company, do the selling. We sell the products, that creates the wealth, and then we distribute that wealth to you. And we distribute it to you in two ways. Firstly, in that recurring income. We call it our returns program. It pays you R27.50 every month for every product sold paid in your channel based on where it was paid for in your channel. Sounds complicated, but it's not. It's the simplest system in South Africa. You're going to go out, use our app, connect a few people. They're going to pay for their products, and you're going to get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand, not once, every month for every product payment. Don't come to me and say, yes, but I get more for something else. You don't. You're never, ever going to beat a recurring stream of income. It doesn't matter how much they pay you. Here, it's 55 Rand for every product. They take 2 products, you get 110, 3, 165, 4, 220, and so on, which means you've got control over your income. You now have the ability to increase your income. You don't have that control right now. If you have a job, you know you can't increase your income. Can you go tomorrow morning to your boss and say, I need an increase today? But here you have the ability to do it. These folk will connect a few other people, and all of a sudden your distribution is growing. You get R27.50 again times 200% again, 55 Rand for every product connected to what we call your second point. You're with us for 5 minutes, you're earning 1,000 Rand. But 1,000 Rand a month is not enough for most South Africans. They want more. No problem. Connect more people. Connect more people. Connect more people. You don't have to sell to them. You don't have to make sure they pay. You don't have to make sure they don't cancel or lapse. You just keep connecting. That's all we asked you to do. Use the tech, connect people, connect people. As you do that, you can create any income of any amount you like. So we have a lot of people who think this is embarrassing. Like, I wouldn't want to do this. I had one this week, nearly slapped him. You know, he wants a dead-end job. That's not embarrassing. Dead-end jobs are not embarrassing in South Africa. But when I come to him and say, here's a tool you can create any amount of income, he thinks it's beneath him. No, ladies and gentlemen, what's beneath us is poverty. That's what's beneath us right now. And if we want to dig ourselves out of that, we've got to get over our egos. All you need to do is connect people, and then you can build an income of any size. If you want 100,000 Rand a month, you can have it. If you want 5,000 Rand a month, you can have it. It's going to come down to you. How many people are you willing to connect to us? Folks, we can calculate for you how much income that you can create with us. As long as we know how fast you're going to grow, we've had years of data on this. We know what the numbers look like. If you've been with us for a few years, we can calculate it based on your growth rate formula. But you don't have a growth rate formula yet. So I'm going to give you an example one that I know fits into your lives. We call it 3 plus 2. It's very simple. It says in your first month with us, you are responsible for connecting 3 people. That's it. 3 people. I don't care how busy or important you think you are. You can tap your phone 9 times because that's all you're going to have to do to connect 3 people to us. And then every month thereafter, you have to connect just 2 people. That's it. We're just asking for 1 person every 15 days. If you can connect 2 people a month and you make them solid connections and they happen every month, month after month after month, I can predict quite reasonably how much you can expect to earn with us. We put all of our mathematics in, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you, in your process of building wealth with us, people are going to let you down. Again, you'll hear the stories tonight of people telling you how other people let them down. There's really just 3 categories of being let down. The first one is people will laugh at you and tell you this is something it isn't. I'm warning you all now, so have it in your heads when you go and talk to people that's what they're going to say. That's the first people are going to let you down. The second people are going to let you down are going to sign up and never pay. Okay, now that's a cultural thing in South Africa. It is. The person who feels sorry, you did such a good job at presenting the DuePoint system to them that they don't want to say no. But they have absolutely no intention or no ability to pay, so they sign up anyway. Okay, and they never pay. All right, that's category number 2. So I'm warning you, when you become wealth engineers and this happens to you, you're not allowed to quit because this happens, because I had already warned you. Okay, and then number 3 is that they come in promising you the world. This is awesome. I'm going to put 1,000 people in. I know everyone. I work for this. There's 15,000 employees there. I'm going to sign them all up. And then tomorrow they've blocked you on WhatsApp and unfriended you on Facebook. So now that we've cleared the bases, that's the only way they're going to let you down. I can tell you right now, that's the 3 categories. There isn't a 4th one. Okay. Now that you know that, we've built that into the mathematics. We've built it, which means that no matter what the people do to you, you keep connecting 2 people a month, then I can tell you what you can earn. The moment you stop, I can guarantee how much you'll earn. Nothing. That's a guarantee. You do nothing, you get nothing. But if you connect people, well, then after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. Not once off, every month thereafter, 30,000 Rand a year. You've been connecting 2 people. If you go, no ways, I'm not working for 6 months for 2,500 Rand, well, then just connect more people. The more people you connect, the faster you earn. People have said to me, we earn too slowly at DuePoint. No, you don't. You connect too slowly at DuePoint. Connect faster and you'll earn more. All right? But you're busy. Remember, you're too busy. You're South African, so you're busy. You don't have time. So you can only do 2 people a month. All right? Great. 2 people a month. You keep doing it for a year with us, and that 2.5 becomes 10,000 Rand a month. 10,000 Rand. How many people are going to get a 10,000 Rand raise at the end of this year? Very few. Most people will get decreases or retrenched. That's what the majority of people are going to experience at the end of this year. But if you could put a year in with us of connecting 2 people a month, you can reasonably expect to be on 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. 120,000 Rand a year. What does 120,000 Rand a year do for you? Hey, you see? So then we have the people go, no, I want cash. I don't want debit order. Would you like 120,000 Rand a year or nothing? No, I want the 120,000 Rand. Excellent, it's debit order. You see, cash doesn't get you there. How many of you have got to 120,000 Rand, not once, every year with cash? No one, because it doesn't work. But we here have done this for years, and we've got people here. So we know how to get people here. And it comes off of our financial services, debit orders that run every month, builds for you a wealth that doesn't disappear, a wealth that's there every month, one that starts to change your circumstances. Cash has never changed anybody's circumstances, never. But when you've got a wealth that comes in every month, our returns that come in every month, now you can go, I can buy a car, I can buy better clothes, I can buy a house, I can move into a better rental. You now have options when you've got 10,000 Rand a month coming in, which you didn't have when you were doing the cash sales. Remember that. Now we turn that around. Right? You do it for 2 years with us. 2 years and you're up to 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. 360,000 Rand a year. How long have you worked in your careers for? I'll bet you haven't got to 30,000. I can say that because SARS tells me only 1 in 3 people will earn more than 30,000 Rand. So I know. But you have for 2 years, you've been adding 2 people every month. You didn't care when they didn't pay. You didn't care when they canceled. You didn't care when they ran away after making promises. You didn't care. All you did is you carried on connecting people. And 24 months down, you've changed your life already, forever. Now you do it for 3 years, and that's going to become 40 to 45,000 Rand a month. If you do it for 4 years, you're up to 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. And if you can do it for half a decade with us, you'll be on 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1,000,000 a year. That's top 0.5% of earners in the country. It did not take you 5 weeks or 5 months. And this is something I battle with most of my wealth engineers. They all come in here and they go, this is awesome. In 5 months' time, I'll be earning 100,000 Rand a month. And 5 months down, they're earning what? 2,500 Rand a month, and they want to quit. And I go, but I can tell you what the mathematics is. I know how fast you're going to grow. No, but that's too slow. And I go, it's not. It's real. Everything else that's promised you wealth quickly never turned into wealth for you. I have never met a single person through these doors who has said to me, Brendan, I earn R1,000,000 a month off of this thing and it took me 90 days. No one. What I have heard is people who've lost thousands, tens of thousands of rands on things that promised to make them rich but never did. Now here you're talking to a licensed, listed public insurance company. I'm not going to lie to you. No one gets rich quickly. No one. You can go and look at anybody in the world who's rich, and it took them decades. But we can need 5 years of your time. And if that frightens you away, you're never going to be wealthy. That's a reality. When you walk away and go, I'm not doing this because that takes too long, understand you'll never be wealthy. But if you can say to me, 5 years is nothing. It is nothing. How quick is 5 years these days? It's a blink of an eye. Do you remember the 2010 Soccer World Cup? We've had 2 World Cups since then. I still remember sitting in the stadiums. 5 years is nothing. But for South Africans, we lack that discipline. 3 months in, we go, I've spoken to 20 people and they've let me down. Folks, you can't speak to 20 people. You've got to talk to hundreds of people. And you don't have to sell anything. You click on your phone. Walk past, imagine a queue of 1,000 people, and you're just going to walk past each one holding that phone in front of them. Until 5 years down, the maths has caught up with you. You're earning R1 million a year. R1 million a year. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not maths. This is real life. We've been doing this for years. We have people that have earned all the numbers I've shown you on here already. You're not at one of those things that's blown in all of a sudden through the KZN Durban Harbour. It's arrived, the new shiny thing. There's a new one every week. I get them on my WhatsApp every week. Oh, GDN, Longreach, you name it, and then poof, it's gone. Credit card, this, cryptocurrency, forex trading. Did you read the newspaper? Yesterday morning, huge forex trading crash. Oh, what a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Another one bites the dust. And how many years down are we now? How many years? And we're still standing. Hundreds of thousands of people. You've got to start asking yourself, why is it you don't want to do something that will change your circumstances? You know that it works. We have all the evidence in the world now. So much so that every month we can put people on the stage from around the country to talk about their stories. And we show you the whole spectrum. We show you people doing crazy numbers, and we show you people doing rubbish numbers. But we show you them. Because you need to know that you could be any one of them and anywhere in between. This is not one of those things. This is changing South Africans' lives. And tonight, as I said, is that special evening once a month when we pull people up and we talk about their lives. So the first person we're going to have up this evening is Intaseng Apani. She has been with us for ages. Ages and ages. 8 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. 8 weeks. She's been with us for 8 weeks, and she currently has a channel that's worth nearly 40,000 Rand a year. Now, she obviously has not seen my presentation, because in my presentation I said it takes 6 months to get to 2,500 Rand a month, not 8 weeks to 3,000. So she missed my presentation. But what she demonstrates to all of us is that it's up to you. It's up to you. I show you the conservative growth rate formula that says, you that's very busy, fine, we'll do it slowly. But if you want, you can do it fast. You can never say about DuePoint that we earn too slowly. It's you that chooses how fast you want to earn in us. And so, I'm going to call up Intaseng. Come join us up on stage here. Intaseng, no round of applause. Come on. Come on up. There we go. Fantastic. Intaseng is from Gauteng. There we go. She joined us, as I say, 2 months ago. It says rank 1 up there, but in fact, she's already ranked 2 as a result of her May business. And every week, I've had to update these numbers. I did it a few weeks ago in anticipation, and then I looked and they had changed. I had changed them again, and then I looked this afternoon and they changed again. So we keep having to do it. This lady is moving fast. Intaseng, tell me, how did you end up at DuePoint?
Evening, everyone. My journey to DuePoint, it was not that easy. It took me a while to know what is a DuePoint. I've been a networker for 2 years, full 2 years. I was a network marketer. But even today, there's nothing to show that I was doing this. I was running all over, hoping that I'm going to get rich. I'm going to be a millionaire. But here I am. So I remember it was Thursday. I was from Randburg to collect stock from the previous company I was with. Auspumi called me and told me about DuePoint. But that time, I didn't want any distraction. But that day, I just decided to give her a time to explain what she's saying to me. But at the back of my mind, I knew that I was not going to take anything from her. But while she was busy explaining the DuePoint to me, what struck me was that, Sis Diegetseng, with DuePoint, we have a recurring income. I said, come again. And she said recurring income. I said to her, when you say recurring income, you mean even if I'm sick, as long as I build my team, I'm going to get money. And she said, yes. And okay, I told her, you know what, just send me more info. She sent me the videos, presentations, and she invited me. But still, I didn't believe her. I said to myself, I want to go there and see for myself. And I came to the office, and the same word that attracted me was repeated, the recurring income. And I said to myself, this is what I was looking for, I've been looking for. Then I decided to partner with DuePoint. And even today, I'm proud of myself for the decision I took that day. Because DuePoint, there's nothing like DuePoint. As I said, I've been network marketer for 2 years. When I compare everything that I did with DuePoint, there's nothing like DuePoint. First, DuePoint, the app for DuePoint is so advanced. You don't have to go around carrying anything. You don't have to go around carrying a notebook, writing people's names. Tomorrow you don't know where you put that notebook. You buy another one, you forgot who you speak to. With DuePoint, you just click and connect. That's what attracted me. And with DuePoint, you can never say, I'm busy. Busy for what? Most of our time we spend it in our phones. So you can imagine, with DuePoint, we have everything in our app. Do you get me? So that's what attracted me with DuePoint. And again, with DuePoint, there's no application form, guys. You don't have to carry application form. You don't have to go around and go and say, I'm going to office to register someone. Because for you to go to office to register someone, you need to have petrol. So I said, do this business. I'm not parting with any money. Instead, I'm making money. But with these other businesses, you need to spend money to make money. At the end of the day, whatever that you are getting, you don't even see it because you are using it for petrol and other stuff. And again, with the stock, you are burning bridges with your friends. Someone will not pay you. You will go around looking for someone. They will block you, stuff like that. But with DuePoint, once I connected you. DuePoint will do everything for me. The tools, they are doing everything for me. So I'm happy that I'm at DuePoint. As you can see where I am now. As I said, I've been a network marketer for 2 years. But I never got that money. I never got that money.
I actually remember the night Intaseng came. I was doing the presentation that month. Remember, we always ask who was doing the presentation, and it's always me. Good work, good work. I remember. Intaseng actually sat in the chair right here with her bags of groceries around her that she was taking to go and distribute. I mean, that was the effort that was going into it. Here, you haven't had to take one single bag of groceries from us, have you?
Here, you are not taking anything. Even today, I still have some of stock at my house. I'm struggling to sell it. Hey, yes. Thank you for that. I had this other lady last time. She called me. She wanted these other pills. That pills, we were selling them for 800 rand. I was so excited. 800 rand. If she can give me 400 this month, then the rest will give me next month. I went there. She's working at the fire station. I gave her the pills. I went home. After 2 days, she called me and said to me, these pills expired on January 2019. I was so frustrated. I even convinced her saying, no, if it's 2019, as long as it's not December, it's not expired. And she said to me, no, but it said 01 and 2019. I had to go back and take that pills back. So, but with DuePoint, you just know that the man will always be there. Even if I'm sick tomorrow, I'm building the legacy for my kids. Even if I passed away, they will still get what I'm getting. So now is my choice. Obviously, 3,000 is not enough. I'm always connecting, right? So I can increase it. Guys, it's doable. If I can do it in 2 months, you can even do it in 1 month. It's doable, very much doable.
So Intaseng, you can see the leverage there as well. 21 people. That's what Intaseng's put into her channel. 21 people, which has now resulted in 8 weeks into nearly 100 people in her channel. The connection of 21 connections has turned into the connection of nearly 100 people in 8 weeks. When you look at this business and you look at the leverage, what are you dreaming about with DuePoint?
I have a very big plans with DuePoint. I was even telling my husband last week that this is my last. Anyway, I do have other projects. It's not the selling stuff or anything, but I'm with DuePoint. I'm giving DuePoint at least 5 years. Because remember, guys, this kind of business is a numbers game. You cannot just connect 21 people and sit. The more you connect, the more you can get money. So now what I'm doing is that I know you have to dig so you can find people that are exactly like you. You can connect 21 people, out of them you find only 2 people who have a vision like you. So, but as long as you keep on connecting, you will end up finding the people that think like you, that have the same vision like you. So with DuePoint, I'm here to stay because I see bigger things. I have a lot of big dream with DuePoint. I'm still going to do it. Even my kids are going to do it. Because I can even do anything with DuePoint. Whether I'm on my way home, whether I'm at school, since by the way, I'm a student teacher, I'm a full-time student teacher, and I'm a qualified engineer. And I'm a mother and a wife. Yet I cannot complain saying I don't have time. Because with the DuePoint tools, it makes everything possible and easy.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Enter Singh. Appreciate it very much. Keep going. It just reminds us all again what's possible. It just reminds us all when you put your mind to anything in life, but especially with the DuePoint tool, really the sky is the limit. So again, if you feel like you can't earn fast enough, just connect more people. That's what Enter Singh does. She connects and connects, and she's gone from the bags of groceries to a 40,000 Rand a year channel. That's what she's gone from in 8 weeks. What would you like to do with your life in the next 2 months? What would you like to do? Folks, the second way we create wealth for you is through our XP Rewards training program. We teach you. What Enter Singh was telling me before was the previous network she was at, it's gone now, she used to have to pay for all the training. Well, here at DuePoint, again, we don't charge you. And what we give you instead is world-class training. Not knocked together at the back of a garage somewhere kind of training. World-class training about everything. About how to become a social entrepreneur, how to create wealth for yourself, how wealthy people behave and their mentalities, understanding the economy that you're in and how that works. All of this is taught to you, as well as a bunch of activities that you can do in our program that allow you to progress in the growth of your wealth with us. As you do that, you accumulate what's called XP points, experience points in this program. And as they accumulate and your channel grows, we rank you up. You would have heard me say that Enter Singh's about to go to rank 2 now this month. That's fantastic. That's progress in our system in 8 weeks. We've got people that have moved even faster than that. It's up to you. And of course, we've had people that go much slower as well. But as you rank up, we create wealth for you. Each rank comes with cash, and as you get higher up, the cash amount gets more. Then at rank 5, we start to equip you with a whole toolkit to help you connect South Africans to us. These items, folks, can all be purchased from our client service counter afterwards, and you can call client service Monday to Friday to buy them as well. But you get the kit of it when you get to rank 5. In fact, my ladies have said, please, they want more business class order forms for this month. They like to keep their volumes up on the business cards. You can get a set, 500 cards out of what would be normally a 5,000 Rand set that you get for 600, and if I'm not mistaken, 45 Rand. You get 500 of these cards, custom made for you. If you want your own DuePoint business cards, make sure you order them at the counter on the way out tonight. If you're out of town, call client services and they will get it sorted out for you. But do it, and do it now. It's the beginning of the month. It's the best time to do it. Folks, then at rank 7, you get a 20,000 Rand set of imported, custom-made, gold-gilded business cards. They are the only set that I know of in the country where it doesn't have ink on it. It has gold, real gold. You know how bad things are. One of the wealth engineers here, who's here this evening, said to me when he gave one of these cards to someone, they started peeling the gold off the side. That's how bad things are in the country when people are scraping off the side of business cards. We give you that set at rank 7 because it connects people for you to your channels. And then for those of you who really put the time and energy and effort in, when you get to rank 9 in our training program, and you maintain your channel size. It's not a competition. You don't requalify every year. All you need to do is get to the channel size required with the experience and just maintain that channel size. Every year that you do going forward, for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away, 5-star business class, all expenses paid, for a week in December. Not in July, when it's like cold and cheap, and your kids are at school. We go in December, when they're on holiday. And it's hot and expensive. And we don't say to you, oh, you live in the Northern Cape. Sorry, you have to find your way to OR Tambo by yourself. No, we come and pick you up at your house. And we take you all the way through to the OR Tambo so we can take you away with us. And every year we go somewhere different. And as a result, I can show you real footage. Not the stuff you get on your WhatsApp groups and Facebook pages where it's been pulled off the internet. I can show you real footage of families that have worked to rank 9 and that have come away with their spouses and with their children on trips they could only dream about that now occur every year. And every year we try and outdo ourselves. It's probably something I'm going to start hating in the future, trying to outdo it. But every year we outdo ourselves. We go to a better place, we do better activities, and everybody is welcome. It's just whether you're willing to do the work. If you are, then this is what your Decembers will look like. Looks reasonable, doesn't it? It looks reasonable. And how wonderful that it's real and that it's already delivered upon. It's not something that we're hoping will happen. It's something that's happened already. You've seen a montage of trips we've done there, and you've seen a growing group of rank 9s join us. Who will join us at the end of this year? Ntseseng's got a good chance of making it by the end of this year. It's rank 2 already. He's still got a half a year to go. But that doesn't mean you're out. You can join us. But if you don't join us this year, that's also okay. We're going next year. We go every year. And you can get there. And every year you can build and build and build and build your channel. It's not a competition. Get yourself to rank 9 and you and your families can join us. There is nothing that I know of in South Africa today that offers this opportunity to South Africans at no cost. Folks, at rank 11, we give you another useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It is not rented to you. You don't finance it through us, and we don't give it to you and then take it away. It's yours. It's your car. And we hope that you will use it to build your freedom. Are you sure you don't have time for this? Are you sure? Because I'm not sure what we are wasting our time on in South Africa. I really don't. One of my wealth engineers the other day had a lady who came in and signed up, was all excited, and 2 minutes later she writes back, I thought about it a bit more, this is not for me. And I went, really? I wonder what is for her. I wonder what it is. I'd love to know what's for. A tool that you do not have to pay to use that will create permanent, lifetime, intergenerational wealth for you. I wonder what was for her. Folks, we are a nationwide business. You may be sitting in our Johannesburg, Bryanston studio, but we are a nationwide business. We have wealth engineers around the country that are building wealth with us. This evening, one of the wealth engineers that we wanted to show you was George and Bridget Buerta. They're down in Port Elizabeth. Okay. Oh, there's so many comments I can make about it, but I won't. I actually come from Port Elizabeth. My parents were born there and raised there, and my grandparents, so I have to keep the comments to a minimum. But nonetheless, we have a burgeoning team of wealth engineers down in the Eastern Cape. We had probably our best conference down there this year in Port Elizabeth just a couple of weeks ago. It is just fantastic what wealth engineers are doing in the Eastern Cape. And this evening, we've picked, as I say, George and Bridget to talk to us. They obviously can't be up here, but because of the wonders of technology, they can still talk to us. And this evening, George is going to talk to you a little bit about his journey over the last 2.5 years. He's retired. He's not doing this flat out. He's doing it on the side, little bit, as he grows his wealth with us. He's up to a channel worth 6,000 Rand a month with us now. Nothing like 72,000 extra Rands a year in your retirement. What's the state pension at the moment for those of you who are retired? 1,700 bucks, I think it is a month. So, you know, if it's 1,700 bucks and then you supplement it with another 6,154, retirement starts getting a little rosier, doesn't it? The leverage of 15 people that have created a channel with 200 people in it now and 6,000 Rand. He didn't do it quickly, he did it slowly with his wife. He was telling me how busy his wife is in the business that she runs. But how happy is he? And he has great plans. He wants to be his rank 3 at the moment. He wants to be rank 5 in the next 6 months. Great. Fantastic. Anything you want, you can have here at DuePoint. Let's hear from George right now.
Good evening to all wealth engineers, colleagues and friends. My name is George Buerta from Port Elizabeth. After being retired from the bank, I was looking for an opportunity to earn a second income and something that could fit into my daily routine. So when I was introduced to DuePoint, I liked the idea of owning shares on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange and having a business opportunity to earn a second income. I started immediately with showing the opportunity video to friends and colleagues, and that is how my channel started to grow. You see, I understood the big question. It is not what I get on this job, but what I'm going to become in the DuePoint over the next 5 years. You see, true happiness is not what you get, but true happiness is what you become. So we are building our channels, helping our people, our first point to qualify our team. So I have a vision, 2020, and I see myself and some of my team members growing to the next rank soon. My personal goal this year is to reach the rank 6 by November 2019. And then with the momentum of my team, will surprise many in 2020. Our success is due to ongoing training and meetings by Don Landon and myself weekly. We watch the training videos, launch workshops, development seminars with our team. People are joining the DuePoint team because of our support plan. The DuePoint PE encounter on the 11th of May 2019 with Rob on stage has accelerated our business and increased our new applications by 100% this month. And that's the way it's going to go. I can see already it's going to go into the months that now also lies ahead of us. DuePoint is definitely the way to go for our future, and I would like to thank the management and the staff for the opportunity, the support, and the client service which is offered to us and our clients. Then I want to share with new wealth engineers tonight, on Tuesday, the 4th of June 2019, what Mr. Don Landon shared with me. He said, George, for things to change for you, you must change. Otherwise, your life isn't going to change. And so I want to challenge new wealth engineers, those who are deciding what they want to do. And I want to say, so starting from tomorrow, what are you going to do to make a change in your life? You see, if you're not going to make a change, you will be the same in the next 2 years, 3 or 5 years. You can pick up the DuePoint tool tonight and you can use it daily to change your life. It is nice to know from tonight, with the DuePoint tool, you can change a little or you can change a lot. If you are not earning enough, you can change it because you can. You don't have to be the same. It's only by choice. And you can change it. Lastly, I want to thank my team in Port Elizabeth, and we are coming to bring the good news to Cape Town before the end of 2019. And my wish is that God may bless us all, and I say good night to everyone. Thank you for this beautiful opportunity with DuePoint.
Like we always say, if these people can do it, anybody can do it. Anybody. It's not a specific skill. No, I'm not a salesperson. Fantastic. You're perfect for DuePoint. I am such a great salesperson. Fantastic. You're perfect for DuePoint. And every personality in between. This is not a specialized skill. Tapping on your cell phone is not a specialized skill. Otherwise, none of us would have smartphones. It's simply a case of using our tools. And you can leverage it quickly or you can leverage it slowly. It's in your hands this evening. We run what's called an Achievers Quest. Every month they reset on the 1st, so it reset for the 1st of this month, and it runs calendar months, 1st to the last day of every month. In that time, if you're able to connect 10 people to us and have them all paid in the same calendar month, well then we'll give you a 5,000 Rand bonus on top of the returns and rewards that you earn. If you can make it 20 people, well then it becomes a 10,000 Rand bonus. If you can make it 30 people, one person a day, well, then it's a 15,000 Rand bonus. Now, you need to remember that it resets every month, which means you can earn it every month, which means that before your returns and rewards, you've already got a 60,000 Rand a year bonus by just connecting 10 people a month. 20 is 120,000 a year. And if you can do 30 people, one person a day, connect one person a day to us every day for a year, is 180,000 Rands worth of bonus income on top of your returns and rewards. You will notice that nowhere here it says T's and C's that they must pay, and they mustn't cancel, they mustn't let you down, and they mustn't laugh at you, and because they're going to do all of that. They are going to do all of that. What you are going to decide is whether this is worth more than them. Because if you decide they're worth more than this, you won't get it. And we have plenty of people who do. Plenty of people who go, it's just so hard. And I go, really? Is it harder than the work you do normally? Is it harder than that? No, the work you do is much harder. So why is this hard? Just find new people and connect them. There are 57 million South Africans waiting for you out there right now for this. Folks, in addition, in 2019, we have what we call our 365 challenge. It says that in the year of 2019, you have 365 days from the day you join us. So if you're new tonight, it starts now. You've got 365 days in which to connect 365 people to us. So on average, that's one a day. You can do them in groups, but it's on average one a day. If you can do that for a year with us, well, then we'll change your future completely. We will give you the equivalent value of 1.25 million Rand at the end of that year. This is for South Africans who want to be completely different from next year onwards. Again, I have to ask the question, what do we have in South Africa today that's going to give you 1.25 million Rands worth of value and actually be able to deliver on it? You know, you've got all the WhatsApps and all the new shiny thing and the pills for stomach cancer and the sheep placenta and all of that stuff that's here today, gone tomorrow, none of which can deliver. But here at DuePoint, you are sitting in front right now of a tool that will deliver everything it promises it will because it has already in the past. For those that are going to say, no, it's not too hard, I can connect a person a day. By the end of their 365 days, we're going to give them a check for 365,000 Rand. Lovely to get cash like that in your bank account. Then we know what your channel and how your channel will have grown with 365 connections. You've seen with just 15 and 20 connections what can happen. Now imagine what happens with 365 connections, okay? So we know that your channel will grow beyond rank 9. So by the end of your 365 days, you'll be coming away with us on our rank 9 holiday, maybe for the rest of your life. In addition, you will have grown a channel beyond rank 11. Which means that in the next year, you will receive, perhaps for the first time in your life, your very own brand new car. So when people let you down, you better weigh up the car versus quitting. That's what you better do. You're going to weigh up. When your friends laugh at you and go, I can't believe you're doing this stuff. You better go, it's the car or listening to him. That's what you better do. That's what you better do. It's the car or listening to the wise ass here who really knows nothing and is just trying to pull you down. Okay. But in addition to all of that, the most important thing at DuePoint is wealth creation, because wealth creation changes circumstances, and that is what we're in the business of doing, changing circumstances. And what do we know? A channel that's grown past rank 11 earns on average between 40 and 50,000 Rand a month. That's 500,000 to 600,000 Rand a year will be your permanent lifetime intergenerational wealth that you will have created in the next 365 days. If you pick up the challenge and you start right now. So, to help you along the way, we've got some experts with us this evening. We've got Roelof and Marsha. They've been with us now since 2016, February 2016. So we're coming up now into 4 years that they've been with us. They hold a number of records at DuePoint, but most importantly, they bring a host of experience with them in this business. If you want to create a life that's permanently changed, these are part of the people you want to talk to. You don't want to talk to someone who says, yeah, I did DuePoint for a month, it didn't work. You don't want to talk to them. You want to talk to the couple who are on record as the fastest couple to get to 30,000 Rand a month. They did it in less than a year. In less than a year to 30,000 Rand a month. Okay? You want to talk to people like that. And this evening, I've got Roelof and Marsha to come up and to talk about their story a little bit, but also to give you some tips and some training on how to achieve 365 if that's what you want. You can see they're currently ranked 10 in our XP Rewards program. Last year they received 2 awards, just for last year, of the most profitable channel at DuePoint and the highest BPQ. Highest BPQ means the most successful paid products every single month for the entire year. That means people who've come in, believed in what they came into, and paid every month and built every month for them. That's leadership, and that's what you're going to hear this evening. Rudolph and Marsha, come join me up here on the stage.
Hi, everybody. Speaking about something that Nutsing said, there's something in network marketing, and that is, if you think about building slowly, nothing demotivates as much as building slowly does. And Nutsing, I'm sure you're not demotivated. Building a channel of about 3,000 within 2 months, I mean, that is awesome. When we started in network marketing, many years ago, 1996 is when we started in network marketing. And at that time, we were working for Anglo American, being contractors, being hourly paid. And the person that then shared the business with us, she spoke to 8 people. 8 people that said no to her. Must bring it a little closer. 8 people that said no to her. So imagine if she stopped after 8 people, because the 9th person that said yes, that she spoke to, was Rudolph. And today, as you can see, we're on our way to rank 11, to the car. And I think the mistake that a lot of people make in network marketing, and that speaks directly to the 365, is you've got to have a prospect list. And that is something that Brendan spoke about at the training 2 weeks ago. You've got to have your prospect list. And on that prospect list, the new people, what do they usually do? They've got the sick, the lame, the lazy, and the jobless on their prospect list. Isn't that so? Because what is the first thing that you do? You look at people and you think they really need this business, and I need to help them. But if they don't earn, how are they going to pay their product? And also, we are living in South Africa, and there are a lot of people that are retrenched. So having said that, I also don't want to mean that if somebody is unemployed, that means they might not be a prospect. It depends on who they are. It depends on what they've got inside of them. It depends on their attitude. If somebody had to look at us years ago, they would have said, these people get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. They've got 4 children. They are highly, highly busy at work. They're earning good money. They get home at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. Where are they ever going to have time to do network marketing? But what they did not know is the fact that we got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, the fact that we got home at 7 o'clock at night, that we spent 3 hours in traffic every single day, that we could never go on holiday with our children. For 10 years, we never went on holiday. Why? Because we were hourly paid, no work, no pay. So even though we were earning a lot of money, if we took a holiday with our children, then we wouldn't have been paid. Now we're earning a passive income. I was sharing our channel stats with a lot of people these last week, and our business are growing with at least 1,000 Rand every single month. Last month, our projected income was about 27,000. This month, our projected income is 37,000. Now, so for me, the most important thing is belief. And you have to have an attitude about the business. If I speak to a person about the business, you present the business or speak to them with an attitude. Because if this business is good enough for me, it's good enough for anybody else out there. So if somebody says to me, isn't that one of those things, isn't it a pyramid? What are they actually saying to you that they're not believing? But if your belief is strong enough, you can answer any of those. And I always keep my prospects on my prospect list. And I go back to them year after year after year. How many of you have seen that movie, Dumb Dumber? Where one of the actors, Jim Carrey, speaks to the girl and he said to her, on a scale of 1 in a million, am I in there with a chance? And she said to them, maybe 1 in a million. And what did he say? His face just lit up. And he said, that means I'm in there with a chance. So if I speak to a person and they say no, I keep them on the prospect list, and every month I send them pictures like that of Natsing, pictures of the Tell All Tuesday, month after month after month, because I believe unless they've blocked me and unless they've said to me, leave me alone, I'm still in there with a chance. Okay, because maybe the timing wasn't right for them. But you've got to keep up your prospect list up to date, add to that all the time. We keep adding people all the time. We are in prospecting mode every single day. It does not matter how busy we are. But we are looking for people like us, people that are prepared to work hard, people that don't expect life to give them handouts, people that are prepared to work hard and just go for it.
It's your lipstick. Yeah, I actually want to backtrack a little bit. Years ago, we attended a seminar, and the guest speaker on the day was a lawyer, and he was into extreme stuff. For example, he jumped off bridges and swam the English Channel and all that stuff. And he spoke about growing up, you eventually end up between two barbed wires. And now that middle between the barbed wires, that's your comfort zone. He says, and you keep on functioning within that comfort zone unless you start doing different things. He said, but the magic of those barbed wires is if you move them once, they don't go back to normal. And that's something that we adopted in the business. If you find something that's hard, do it. That's the only way you're going to get over it. Now, Marsha and myself, you won't believe it, but we're both terrified of heights. And I mean, Marsha's like on a 6-foot thing, and she like freezes. So what did we do? We actually decided we're going to do a bit of bungee jumping. We did gorge swing. We did all those kind of things. And I tell you, on the day, you're terrified. I mean, we were sitting on the bridge at Fort Vic, on Vic Falls, and they said to Marsha, what's your name? And she went like, Marsha, where do you live? No, she's in Jeffreys Bay. We're married. And they said to me, what's your name? I had to think twice. And I said, Rulof. And where do you live? I said, in Johannesburg. Now, that is what fear does to you. And it does the same thing to you in your business. And if you don't face up to that fear, it will remain there. But start moving those barbed wires. Because what it does, it builds your belief as you start doing that. You start believing in yourself, which is the most important thing. When you start believing that you can do anything, if you apply your mind to it, and you start doing it, I promise you sometimes you're going to be terrified. It feels like standing on that bridge. But the more you do it, the more comfortable you become with that. And you start moving those barbed wires. The second thing that you need to believe in is the business, the company. Now, I love the internet. You name it, I Google it. And you can ask my friends, if they come up to me and they say, how do you do this? I said, have you Googled it yet? If the answer is no, go and Google it first, then you can come and ask me. So I love looking at things, and what it does, it creates continuous growth. I'm always into what's new on the market, what do they do, why do they do it that way, and then I compare it back to our business, and yeah, you just got to chuckle, you just got to smile about it. I mean, it's, and Donnie's got a great way of saying it. He says, you know, it's like Coca-Cola, and people say, but this is, you know, buy the cola from company, whatever, it's like Coke. And whatever they do, they hope that it will be something like DuePoint. But DuePoint is the original. This is the business to be in. Now, an attitude that Marsha and myself adopted within the business is that we really, really look for quality people. And there are two reasons for it. Number one is those are the people that you can rely on. Those are the people that you know that are going to be there for a long, long time. But the second thing is because we like and we enjoy working with them. We've got a business that we love. We absolutely love the business. It's not to us, it's not a work, it's not a job, it's not an effort. It's because we spend time with people that we love. And it's not only people in our team, it's also people in the business. We love them. Coming here is like a whole reunion. So yeah, we enjoy working with positive people. We enjoy, we just enjoy the vibe. So yeah, it's just a little bit of advice. I'm just going to end off. You know, when you run into people that are really negative, I've got a thing inside of me. I say, is this guy going to pay my bills? Is this the guy that's going to look after me when I don't have the energy to work anymore? Is this the guy that's going to look after my family when I keel over? If the answer is no, ignore them, Thank you. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? Thank you.
I just want to add to that. Brendan said earlier, why DuePoint? What made us stay? In all other networks, you need to qualify for incentives over and over and over again. And it's not only relevant to DuePoint. Whether you're the top car salesman or whether you're the top jewelry saleswoman or whatever it might be, every year they've got incentives and you need to work towards those incentives, and only the top people qualify. You're an estate agent, so you know. And DuePoint, having been to 2 of the Mauritius trips, in January, December we went on the trip, January we came back and we'd already qualified for the next one in December. And coming from a background where we couldn't go on holiday while we were working and earning good money, imagine how it feels like to know we're going on a 5-star holiday for the rest of our life. And to do that, with quality people, lifelong friends. Adani, we love you. To our future ranked 9s that we're going to take with, a shout out to Melinda, shout out to Peter Kluter, to Philip Kotze, Philip Gendel. Those are the Philip Fourie. Those are the people that we're going to take with us, and we're looking forward to seeing you in Mauritius with us.
Thank you very much, guys. Many, many different stories at DuePoint. Many different stories. And you will write your own story with us. You will. You will decide what you want to make of your future, and you can use this tool to make it. Now, folks, as I said, we use our financial services to build the wealth for you. We do. We have different categories of products. You can see all their details on our website. We've got tax-free investment and personal accident cover. We've got personal accident cover. We've got funeral cover. And we've got our buyers club. Different categories. Each one have a video on. Each one has full policy details online that you can see and go through the details of. As a wealth engineer, though, your task is not this. This is DuePoint's task. Your task is wealth creation. So we have people that come, oh, but I've already got a family, I've already got funeral cover. I don't care. I really don't care that you have a funeral cover already. That's not what we do at DuePoint. At DuePoint, what do? We create wealth. So pick another product. Yeah, but I don't know what the buyers club is. I don't care. Go and watch the training video. Go read the document. Go do it. But that's not why you are here this evening. And it is not why you are watching us this evening. We are here to build wealth and to change circumstances. This is simply the mechanism that we use. And we're constantly expanding our product range. You come back 3 years from now and there'll be 10 or 12 products that you'll be able to select from. They're just the mechanism that we use to create the wealth. As wealth engineers this evening, you'll go out, pick up this tool, and start connecting people to change your life with us. Go to DuePoint.net, see all the products there, see all the training and review videos there, and go to our YouTube channel to see all of our training videos there as well on our products. To become a wealth engineer this evening, ladies and gentlemen, super simple. You're going to go to our website, DuePoint.net, read the pages, watch the videos, click join or apply. Less than 3 minutes later, you'll have filled out the form and you'll be a wealth engineer. Not a single cent having left your pockets this evening. And this evening, you can start connecting people. As you go home tonight, you can immediately start adding people to your channel of distribution for us and start creating wealth right now. Folks, if you want to do more research, go and do it. We're a public company listed on the JSE under Conduit Capital. Go to Constantia's website, see our financial statements, see our directors, see our BEE status if that's what you need to do. Go to the regulator's website, the FSCA's website. You can find our life licenses, our short-term licenses, and of course, all of our FSP licenses are also there. Do what you need to do. But this evening, ladies and gentlemen, start making some decisions. We've already said it before, we're a nationwide business. We're down in Bloemfontein on the 20th of July. We expect to see all of you there that are outside the Free State, and we expect to see the whole of the Free State there too, creating wealth across the nation. That's what we want to do. This is a fantastic opportunity for everyone to branch out beyond their hometowns. Make sure you go to events in our website or events on our app. Click attend, scroll down, click attend, book your ticket and your guest tickets, and do it now. Even though this is on the 20th of July, do it now, because we need to know how big a venue to book for you. Go start booking your transport and your accommodation. You know the ticket to the conference itself is free, so there is no obligation other than the one you put on yourself to build wealth in our business. Folks, if you've got questions and concerns which you might have, you can come and speak to me this evening or the wealth engineers you've seen on stage this evening. They can probably answer more questions than I can. Otherwise, call our client service team and they'll answer all your questions. But folks, don't walk away this evening without this tool in your hands. Count the cost if you do. If and before you do, count the cost. At DuePoint, we believe quite seriously that we are the only economic solution for South Africans. We believe it. I've not had anybody able to challenge me on that statement. We have the ability to connect every South African to a tool at no cost to them. 249 Rand a month. Come on, don't make me weep. At no cost to create an income of any amount as long as they are determined to do so. That's what we do here at DuePoint. Thank you very much for joining us. Folks, I'm going to see you all outside. Those of you who are tuning in live, we'll be live again tomorrow morning at 12:15. See you then. Thank you.